What was that?
That was a good shot, bro. I didn't get the 10 out, but if I'd have got that a little bit further left, it might have struck.
Are you a chicken?
I mean, depends on the day.
No, come on now.
It could be.
Come on. No.
All right.
Did you guys see that?
I saw it, but I
It's like
liked
this.
it. I liked it.
What do you mean you liked it?
It was all right.
Why? Because it hooked?
I mean, yeah, you got to make
Did you
it
like
curve.
it 9 too?
It depends.
That's what I thought.
If they're really hard.
That's really no, that is unacceptable.
Okay, fine. Genius. Tell me how to fix it.
All right, fine, easy. Drills,
Like,
easiest thing in the world.
screwing-
No, not
screwing
a
it-
drill
Oh,
that you.
all right.
Come on now. No, a drill.
All right.
We do no step drills. We got to get that hand back underneath and that elbow inside.
All right. How
Can't
do I do
that.
it?
What, throwing it like that?
It's fun and it makes it curve.
No,
you know,
no,
that's how
no,
everybody else
come on.
does it. I watch all the amateurs do it.
No.
Okay.
We're
Fine.
doing drills.
All right.
And that's
Teach
what we
me.
need to do.
Teach
All
me.
right. So we're going to start with a no step drill, a very simple one. So we're going to get in our finishing position.
Okay.
Now, a lot of times when we try to show people this and they do it, see, he's already starting to swing it. He wants to throw it so hard. What are you doing?
If I don't swing it, I can't get it to the pins.
Do we care about what the pins do right now?
Well, we're trying to knock them down, aren't we?
Are we?
That's the goal.
There's only one there.
All right. Well, whatever.
How hard do you have to throw it to knock that one over?
I don't need to knock that one over, do I? I don't like shooting spares.
Well, you're going to shoot a lot of them. You throw it like that.
All right.
But seriously, so we get in this no step position and we get here. So if we look at that clip you guys just saw, his hand is here, his elbow is outside of it. He has no leverage on the bowling ball. He's on top of the equator, all of these things. That probably feels so bad for him. When we're trying to actually create hook and create rev rate, we want that hand below the equator inside of the bowling ball. So we're going to start here. We're going to swing forward a little bit. We're going to come back and we're just going to roll it. But again, ton of rotation. Why are we trying to hook it?
I thought we had to have curve to make it
You
strike.
didn't even get it to the pins.
That's my point. I wanted to throw it harder.
But it didn't even get to the pins.
All right, so what do I got to do then?
Well, clearly, we got to make sure that that elbow stays inside, the hand stays inside.
My
and
elbow wasn't
stop.
inside there?
No.
Okay.
What are you doing?
All right. Hold on.
We're not creating rev rate.
We got an oil man coming through. I can't fix this without oil.
I mean,
Well,
you can.
I guess it really doesn't matter that much.
Well, if you do this correctly, you don't even need oil in the lane to make the ball go
I
straight.
guess so. All right, here we go.
No.
So you're saying I don't need to swing it at all?
No, the whole point of this drill and what we're trying to do is accomplish is to get our hand to feel what it's like to be behind the bowling ball. So when we're doing this, we just want our hand to roll forward and make sure we're feeling that through our fingers and our hand. Much better. And you're going to see, that's going to stay on the lane even though you threw it 3 miles per hour.
Okay.
We don't have to throw it 20 miles per hour to hit the pins.
Okay, all right. So what's the next step, coach?
So then next, from here, after we do this a couple times and we get that feel of getting our hand behind the bowling ball and through it nice and soft, we're going to come back and do a one-step drill. When we're setting up for this one, we try to get the right foot a little bit forward so we're in that power step, a little forward, a little. I don't want to hurt you. You're kind of old.
Oh,
So
jeez.
let's kind of relax a little bit here. All right. So we get a little bit forward. We're going to get in our normal stance. And what we're going to do, we're going to push. Is that your normal stance?
Could be.
No, it's not. So what we're going to do is from here, we're going to push away. We're going to let the ball swing, get to the top of the swing. As the ball starts to come down, we're going to start letting the body go forward. And all we're trying to do with this is go from this position back to the position that we were at with the no-step drill. That's it. We're not trying to do anything else. We don't need to hook it. We don't need to throw it super hard.
So you want me to roll it forward like I did before?
Yep, absolutely. And look at that. We have a one-step approach that still had plenty of velocity and easily could have had a chance to strike.
Okay.
So if you guys want to work on being able to learn to hook it correctly, this is what we're trying to do.
All right, so let me see if I can go through a full approach. Now, when I'm setting up, is there something I should be thinking about, like the point of my elbow, the face of my elbow, my hand? What do I think about in order to keep my elbow from going out here?
Sure. And for all the people that have watched your content in the past, they know you preach this. We're trying to get that elbow pointed towards our target. We want everything pointed in. We want to make sure everything feels nice and compact, and we don't want to feel like it separates from the body.
So we don't want to go that way.
Correct.
We don't want to come outside.
We cannot create good rev rate and good ball roll by using the forearm and the wrist to create rotation.
All right, so let me see if I can do this full approach.
And
Good.
he didn't fly 10.
No, didn't got the 10 out, got the 5 out, and the 7 out. Look at that.
Exactly.
So
pretty impressive.
It's a urethane ball. But for those of you that are listening here, you know, you always hear me talk about the point of the elbow going towards the belt buckle. And the reason we do that is to over-exaggerate, because a lot of people that think they're keeping their elbow in generally are still outside. So I teach to over-exaggerate, because then when you're thinking about being here, you're actually more like here, which is good.
Absolutely.
So I wanted you guys to see another perspective, another coach, somebody who can teach you just from different words of what I say. Even though his words really aren't that much different than mine, still teaching the same thing. So I appreciate the tips, Coach, and
Sure.
well, I'm sure we'll have plenty more coming on.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. You know, this is, as a guy that used to be a high rotation guy, and if you watched me a couple years ago, I was that way. It doesn't feel very good,
That
does
chicken
it?
wing hurt, man.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very
That
good.
made me feel like
Yeah.
I was going to get tennis
Just-
elbow or something. Just
I
from
mean,
one
that's how I
shot.
threw it for 10 years.
I know. I watched you do it.
I know, it was painful, I'm
You
sure.
were really good at curving it, though. Like
I
making
was.
it hook the lane.
My
curve
ball
the
hooked a
lane.
lot, but no, I mean, these are the drills. These are the types of things that I'm doing to help grow. And when something doesn't feel right, this is what I always go back to. It's the easiest thing. You can do these no-step drills at home with a couch cushion. There's so many different ways to do it. Do not slack on these things. It's the little things that matter. If you want to get better, it's the time and effort for this. It's not just always coming out here and throwing shots, because if you're practicing the wrong thing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people all the time. They're so worried about how they look when they go practice. They're worried about throwing strikes, impressing their friends, all those things. So when you're standing at the foul line and you're just throwing it 2 miles an hour, they're worried about, well, what are people going to think? Like, does this guy not know how to bowl or what? Don't even worry about what anybody
Doesn't
thinks,
matter.
because you're not worried about keeping score. You're not worried about knocking the pins down. We're worried about making sure our hand and everything does the right thing. Our elbow
Correct.
does the right thing. Our feet do the right thing. Whatever we're working on, those are the keys we're worried about, not what the cute girl on the next lane thinks, not what the guy over here thinks. It doesn't matter. We're just doing those things. But I do have one more question. It's important for me. Like, this is a very key question, and I have to know, where do I get more hair?
I can. Do you want?
Well,
you want some?
You chop some of yours off and give it to me. You need to cut your hair, so you can give it to me, and I'll implant.
If they get us to 100K,
You'll cut your hair, and I can glue it on my head.
we'll think about it.
All right, there you go, guys.
It'd be
You
in
need to-
consideration.
There you go. So you
100K.
need to subscribe. You need to like. You need to comment. He's going to cut his hair, and I'm going to glue it on my head. Do that. We're out. We'll see you guys later.